What's up, guys? Today we're going to talk about the importance of your forearm angle on all of your pressing movements. I'm just going to show you two basic ones. The first one is the overhead press, and then the other one, very popular, is the bench press. So I'm going to demonstrate the mistakes that all of us do when we're first learning how to do these movements, and then how to correct all of your positioning. Alright guys, so the overhead press, most of us do this wrong because we have very tight anterior deltoids. So what that means is that the front part of your shoulder is so tight and shortened that you actually physically cannot rotate your elbows completely underneath your wrists without either having to arch your back or you just literally cannot get your elbow down. So the first thing to correct is that tightness. I've shown you how to do that in previous videos. So the lacrosse ball, the snow angels, and the PVC pipe are going to help support loosening those muscles up. Once you take care of that issue, what you're going to have to do is just really focus on rotating those elbows from back here to directly under your wrist right in here. So once again, if you have tight shoulders, what you're going to do is you're going to rotate and probably arch your back too much, and then you're going to press, turning it more into a kind of like a standing incline bench press as opposed to a shoulder press. So what you have to do is really focus on keeping your core tight, staying as upright as possible, at the same time rotating those elbows in front, okay? So squeezing your glutes, hamstrings, and core. You're just gonna press that weight straight up and moving your head out of the way. So I'm kind of tucking my head back. Notice how I'm not arching my back. I'm moving my head back, pressing straight up, boom, and then locking directly above my head. So once again, guys, I'm just moving my head out of the way as I'm pressing up. So my head's coming back, pressing that bar straight up, following the exact same forearm angle, straight up. Once again to about forehead level, tucking my head underneath, and locking out directly up top. So right in here. Okay, so that bar path should be straight up and straight down. If your forearms are pointing straight ahead, it's probably gonna look more like this. Right in here, keeping your elbows back, you're probably gonna move the bar forward and then back, moving it around your head as opposed to straight up and straight down. So that's the overhead press, guys. Really focus on the mobility in your shoulders and keeping your elbows directly in front. That way when you press the bar, it's going up and down as opposed to in front and then back. Okay, so the next common, the next common pressing movement that a lot of people tend to mess up a little bit is the bench press. The three common mistakes that I've seen most people do is the first one, most people drop the bar straight on their chest. What you actually want to do is aim just below your nipple line. So I guess below the chest, above your top ab. So that's where the bar should be hitting when you're bench pressing. The second mistake that I see commonly done is people let their elbows stay flared out throughout the entire range of motion, and that actually loads your shoulders a lot more than your chest does. So we want to make sure that we're tucking your elbows in closer to your side while you're bench pressing. The last thing I see most people do is when they're pressing that weight, they're just keeping it directly above their chest the whole time. And that's kind of an unnatural movement pattern. So since your elbows are tucked in during the bench press, your elbows actually kind of pointing up towards your head. So you want to follow that same pattern with the bar. So as you're pressing, you're going to want that bar to drift up kind of above your face and then lower it down towards below your pecs again. So as I'm lowering that weight, guys, notice how it's starting above my face. As I'm lowering it, aiming just below the nipple line. Elbows are tucked in, they're not flared out like this. And as I'm pressing up, I'm following that same angle that my forearm is pointing in. So I'm kind of coming up towards my face here. I call it the J curve. So if you look at the curve, it looks like the letter J. So you're kind of drifting up and towards your head here. Obviously I'm exaggerating the curve right now, but starting down low, and you're gonna finish up above your face here. All right, so give those three little adjustments a try. Let me know how you like it. If you have any more questions, don't hesitate to ask. Let's get it.